Hi everyone and welcome to today's Chrissy B Show. Now, did you know that the 6th of July is World Kiss Day and it's also known as International Kissing Day? According to cutecalendar.com, the idea behind International Kissing Day is that many people may have forgotten the simple pleasures associated with kissing for kissing's sake, as opposed to kissing as mere social formality or prelude to other activities. Kissing can be an enjoyable experience in and of itself. It is an expression and experience of intimacy. Well, that's not all we're going to be speaking about today, because we also have fashion and styling. We've got Cynthia Liza Gregoire, who'll be covering body types and how to dress accordingly. And we'll also be featuring some fashion for the curvier ladies with CEO and head designer of Curvy, Swan, Adel Kaseke. And we'll also be hearing her success story. And later I'll be showing you our behind the scenes footage of the recent trip to Brussels, and I'll be revealing the true meaning of self-love and how to demonstrate it. Now, going back to the World Kiss Day, here are a few of your tweets. Daryl says, International Kissing Day, so I guess that's pretty much a legit reason to surprise make out with a total stranger for a few. No, Daryl, that's not. But anyway, I think that's how a lot of people would perceive it. Jane says, Happy International Kissing Day, and she's got this lovely little video. Sarah says, International Kissing Day, someone throw me off a bridge. So not so happy about it. Ida says, the International Kissing Day? Just we the singles understand that this is the stupidest idea. And Holden says, kisses are weird. I hope you will get as many as you want today. So we have lots of different opinions there. Now here's a short clip with Dr. Audrey Tang on the psychological effects of kissing and how giving your child a kiss can boost their brain power, and how saliva from your partner is actually good for you.
Hi Chrissy, thank you so much for inviting me to talk on your show about kissing. There's lots of benefits to romantic kissing, and first of all, it dilates the blood vessels. This means that the blood flows a little bit more freely, so it can lower blood pressure. Further, it can release tension headaches and cramps and anything where that build-up of blood due to constricted blood vessels is causing a problem. So that's the first benefit. The next is, whilst you may not lose too much weight kissing, a vigorous or strenuous kissing session, I don't know whether strenuous is the right word for that, but a vigorous kissing session can burn between 8 and 16 calories, so that's not bad. And of course, kissing releases the hormone oxytocin, which enables us, that's the bonding hormone, and it enables us to feel closer to our partners. Research has shown that if you have a kiss before you go to work, you're often feeling higher in self-esteem, you're feeling more positive, and you're able to perform better. This could actually be due not just to the kiss, but the fact that a kiss could be demonstrative of a very positive relationship. So there's lots and lots of benefits. The kiss is one way of showing affection as a parent to a child, and that, as I've said before, not only demonstrates that you probably have got a very good and a strong relationship and a strong bond, but babies respond very well to tactile stimulation. Also, because you're responding to that baby, you may be reinforcing their behaviour. So if they've done something good, that kiss or that stroke or that a gesture of affection really makes a difference. Research has also shown it can even boost the baby's brain power. So if you show a lot of affection, and that may be through kissing, it may be through complimenting, it may be through any way of, or maybe a hug, but your way of showing affection can actually help a child learn and grow, because you're always responding positively to the various things that they do, whether they're just being curious or whether they're trying to learn something. That becomes really, really important. I'd like to add just some interesting research that I've come across recently, and that's about saliva in the kiss. Saliva can tell quite a lot about a person. You can actually look at your compatibility through analysis of your saliva. That's the first piece of research that's, I think, come out of Canada. But also, with regards to a kiss, the exchange of saliva means that good bacteria from the other person's mouth can get into your mouth that we're not able to produce ourselves, and that can actually fight plaque and prevent cavities, which is excellent. And lastly, of course, women place a lot of value on a kiss. The first kiss, or in fact any kiss in a relationship, is very, very important, and women do tend to judge their relationship and the value they're going to place on that romantic pursuing that romantic relationship on that first kiss. So kissing, no matter what, is incredibly important.
So thank you very much to Dr. Audrey Tang. Well, now it's time for the news with Helena Shard. Hello, Helena.
Hi, Chrissy.
World Kiss Day.
World Kiss Day. So I have lots of different news relating to kissing in different ways.
Okay.
So it's little different fragments. So starting off with something that's very topical at the minute in the UK. So we've had the EU referendum, which has taken place, and everyone's feeling quite surprised and forlorn and just wondering what on earth has gone on. So obviously out of the European Union, will it be in about 2 years or something, which everyone's feeling quite sad about. Prior to this happening, and obviously there's lots of political things happening, there's been kissing chains in London, Berlin, Paris and Rome. And yeah, these kissing chains in the last couple of weeks, it was to basically unify people across the European Union. So it's for all the Remain people. So people embraced in Parliament Square in London, and I think it was about 420 people were kissing. I don't know if I would want to join in that, but I
kind of kissing are we talking about?
I suppose whatever kissing they wanted to do. It's this sort of kissing chain. I know,
I understand it's like kisses on the cheek, right, you know.
So it's a massive, and Berlin, Paris, Rome. So and it was really to urge Britain to remain in EU. Didn't work, but a fun thing to do. Moving on to, it's quite interesting reading little snippets. So the Sun's resident sex and relationships expert, Dr. Pam Spur, was offering her advice about puckering up, so about kissing. And apparently sexology boffins, they say that the first kiss it somehow influences whether you see your partner again. So it's quite important. So she talks through things which are quite obvious in a way. So starting off with fresh breath, or should we say bad breath? Obviously, you know, fresh breath is what you need. So it made me think about the Hunger Games. We talked about it a while ago. Jennifer Lawrence.
With the garlic.
With the tuna and garlic. Every time she had to do an on-stage kiss with Liam Hemsworth. Plunging isn't pleasurable, so take it slowly. Avoid the washing machine mistake. So again, relax. I know, I'm sorry, but this is what she says. Tonsil tennis. Oh my goodness. Guys have got longer tongues than girls, so to be aware. And clashing gnashers. Anyway, it's a bit of fun, really. But the last one, which is something I was reading about with lots of people, which is too soggy and you'll be sorry, which is horrible. But Leonardo DiCaprio, his first kiss was a bit like that. The most disgusting thing in his life, apparently. Because he had a mouth of saliva which he had to spit out. But he learned. I mean, come on, he's a good guy. But it was funny because thinking about it, because there's a phobia of kissing as well, which is philomaphobia, and phili is Greek, obviously, for kiss. So it's surprising that he didn't get that. So he obviously people get it for different reasons. Moving on as well to multi-award-winning international bestseller, a book by Stephanie Perkins, and it's called Anna and the French Kiss, and apparently it's a top read for young adults, so worth watching. And we're talking about horrible bits about kissing, but Drew Barrymore was quoted saying, "Kissing, and I mean like yummy, smacking kissing, is the most delicious, most beautiful and passionate thing that two people can do, bar none. Better than sex, hands down." So kissing is good for you.
As we saw from Audrey's
video. Something interesting which I didn't know about, Rays of Sunshine, the charity, is National Kissing Day's official charity partner, which I didn't know about. And they're a great charity that grant wishes to children of 3 to 18 living with serious life-limiting illnesses. So that's great. And they don't receive funding from anyone, but they have ambassadors like Simon Cowell, Dynamo, Ollie Murs, Pixie Lot, lots of people who support them, Leona Lewis. I mean, there's lots, and it's a great charity. Nice. Which is really lovely. A few curious facts about kissing. So interesting. I mean, there's different ones. I'll start with about 18 million years ago, the Mangaya Island is the oldest island in the Pacific Ocean, or should I say, not island. And despite all its times, a lot of the inhabitants had never heard of kissing. So I would have thought kissing was like a natural thing, but apparently the English introduced it to them.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that bizarre? 10% of the world don't kiss.
No.
It's true, for various reasons.
Yeah.
So some areas in Sudan refuse to kiss because they believe that the mouth is the window of the soul, and they fear having their soul stolen, which is bizarre, isn't it? And in France, a French kiss is called a soul kiss because if it's done, it feels like two souls are merging. So that's quite romantic. So also the famous Eskimo kiss, in which they rub noses, but that's, if you think about it, I was wondering why, but of course it's so cold. Yeah. So they're going to have their nose showing, not their mouth and tongue. So that's what they do, which is great. Animals as well, they kiss, and in fact chimpanzees often after fighting will kiss, and it's normally a make-up thing. Oh, so cute. So sweet, and other animals do too in different ways.
You see pigeons doing that, don't you? And swans.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh, pigeons are always kind of like pecking at each other. Oh. I don't think they're fighting. They look like they're kind of getting
maybe
into
they're
stuff.
Right, yeah.
That's how they normally start.
So there's also a world record for kissing. Now it could have been updated because this is actually 2013, but it happened in Thailand, and it was 58 hours and 35 minutes and 58 seconds. How on earth could anyone do that? Really tiring. You'd lose a lot of weight as well.
You said 13 calories. Was it 13 calories per strenuous kissing session? I don't know how long that session would have been. I know. But imagine that. That's quite good actually. It's good for
body weight. I know, completely. Moving on to, and thinking about different things, I was thinking about Prince, in memory of Prince. His hugely successful song Kiss did incredibly well. It was #1 in the US and Australia, and then Tom Jones had a hit with it, so he's done really well. And for me, I don't know if you remember French Kissing in the USA, Debbie Harry. I was a very young teenager then, and I loved that song. I think loads of people did, but that did, really well. Yeah, really well. Somebody who I'm a fan of, funnily enough, is a lady called Patti Stanger, and she's the millionaire matchmaker, and she's 3 generations of matchmakers, and she's made a huge business from it, and she's incredibly successful with all the stars.
Really?
Yeah.
What stars they together?
No, she does really well. She charges a lot, but not so much the stars, it's for everyone. You have to buy into her service. But she's great. She's got a special gift, but she's always talks about how special a kiss is. But great for her, and it's good to be in business. And thinking about Adel as well, it's great that she's continued to push her business. Because at the moment, with our climate, I think we need really to grow business to make us successful.
Yeah, definitely. Helena, thank you so much for the news today.
Thank you.
And we shall see you again next time.
Thank you.
And happy Kissing Day.
Yes, and to you.
Will you be kissing anyone?
I'm quite particular, but yeah, I'm not somebody who goes around kissing everybody.
All right, so I'll see you next time. Up next, we have styling with Cynthia Liza Gregoire, who'll be speaking about body types and how to dress accordingly. And we'll also be showing you some designs for curvy women by CEO and head designer of Curvy Swan, Adel Kaseke. Welcome back to our program today, which we have titled World Kiss Day, because it is World Kiss Day on the 6th of July. And also we're going to be talking now about styling. We have Cynthia Liza Gregoire with us.
Hello,
Hello, my lovely. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good. And we are going to be joined by Adel Kaseke as well after a little while to talk about some of the other outfits that we have on the rail today. So let's start with you, Cynthia.
Okay, well, today, Chrissy, we're doing sort of part 2 from last week, where we talk about the different body types and the appropriate kind of garments that dress that you would choose according to your body type. So we'll just start with both of our outfits, and I'll talk about Chrissy's first. And I've put Chrissy in a square jumpsuit by Vivienne Westwood, which I must say I'm so excited that you tried this on. This one was a more daring piece for some, but Chrissy absolutely rocks it. And it's called a drop waist jumpsuit, and this one's done in coral because you can really you know, play around with the waist, drop it low if you're very tall, or if you're shorter, you can adjust it as we have.
We have, yeah.
And
a little shorty.
But you know what I mean, like many different body types could wear this type of jumpsuit, and the color looks fabulous. The draping is awesome. So how do you like?
Brilliant. Beautiful, yeah, and it's very comfy as well, and I'm feeling a bit bloated today, so it's kind of like hiding.
Yeah. Is it very summery too?
It is, yeah.
Cool. For myself, this week I've really struggled with, in London it's a bit different. I find myself changing about, you know, at least 4 times a day according to the weather that's changing. So my outfit was inspired by, it was pretty chilly this week, I thought. So I'll just start with the shoes. I've got some metallic shoes on by Lucy Choi, which I must say, these are super comfortable.
Gorgeous. Really? They don't look comfy, but they're gorgeous.
They are. She cuts a really nice shoe. It's not uncomfortable at all. The metallic is just because we are in high summer and you can kind of jazz up that outfit and make it very evening-like. I've put, if those of you watching last week, I'm wearing the pants that I put you in because I love them so much.
Not the same size though. It's a different size.
These geometric pants are the Montreal pant by Essential. They're a brand in Belgium, and they're very high-waisted and tailored, and I've just paired it with an American vintage t-shirt just to casual it down. The jacket is by Rag & Bone. So, and the layers are there. All right, so to the rail. Some of these garments are not mine. We're gonna let Adel talk about hers, but until then, we have a few here that I picked out at the shop at Questionnaire. And I have to say, Chrissy, I can't take this credit every week for all this information. I do consult with the stylists there at the shop, and they help me, the friends. So this is what the girls brought up today. The whole idea of culottes, is that what you call them here?
Yeah.
I was very confused at the name of these because in Canada we call them skirts.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, they're like skirts, but they're shorts.
Oh, okay.
Right. The point with these is you can wear them if you are very tall or very skinny, very short. These ones here that are a bit shorter, you'd wear these if you were a shorter figure, and they're actually quite flattering, especially on an apple type figure like we talked about last week with.
Yeah.
Right, and those come in a lovely print. These ones here are just sort of the jean equivalent to that. And again, these would really suit you even if you were shorter or if you were taller. They have that unfinished hem on the denim this season. Really nice.
What kind of shoe would you put with that?
This one varies. I mean, if you're really short, you could put them with a trainer. I would wear a trainer with them. Even if you were tall, I would. You could, if your shirt was evening, you could put a stiletto with them as well. I like the stilettos with the ankle straps.
Yeah.
I think those are really nice with these kind of. Moving along, something, you know, there are girls that they want to add curviness to their frame. Maybe they're very petite or, you know, very slim. Something like a play suit would work. Again, for people who are shorter, wearing shorts are going to make your legs appear longer. So that's a trick you can do, and pair this with heels. For taller women, something like this with an adjustable waist is quite good. Also, just the length at which the culot is cut, it'll cut a taller person's mid-calf, whereas if you were shorter, it would, you know, they would just look like pants. So something like this, very flattering on a taller person. We have this little black dress by Diane von Furstenberg, and to be honest, I've chosen a few garments here now that pretty much will work with all body shapes. It's amazing, you know, the tailoring and engineering of dresses nowadays, especially by designers like Diane von Furstenberg and Nicole Miller. So this one here is just a plain silk black dress, just the way it's cut. It's roomy for those of us who, you know, maybe feel bloated, although if we're petite, it still actually hangs and drapes and adds curves.
I like that.
It's a very versatile dress. Something like this is a good staple, Chrissy, because it's black. It'll last season after season. Couple summer pieces here. This one here, this pink iconic wrap dress by Nicole Miller. This one this season features an asymmetrical neckline, so it falls very nice. But this type of ruching with the elastic there, you would not believe how many body types this suits, and looks very flattering on. So, I mean, girls of all shapes and sizes, don't be afraid to try a dress on by Nicole Miller wrap style. It's amazing. Something like this would be good for fuller figured ladies where the waist comes in quite higher and gives that kind of full skirt.
Okay.
And it would hide, you know, something like a pear shape might benefit from this as well as it drapes in the front here, giving some shape if, you know, smaller busts and that.
Lovely outfits.
This one here is a black wrap dress by Helmut Lang, and I think that the wrap dress has to be the most iconic, you know, dress ever, because I mean, pregnant women, larger women, smaller women, this thing just adjusts. Bigger bust, smaller bust. So, I mean, you don't really get a more versatile dress than the black wrap dress. And this one's by Helmut Lang.
Staple there.
We still good for time?
Right, 30 seconds left, but it's okay.
Oh dear. Okay. This one here by Nicole Miller, this asymmetrical hem, is very nice for summer. And I'll just finish up with the menswear because we didn't get to that last week, Chrissy. We have a printed shirt here for men wanting to try something a little different. And also here, this one here with the stripes, I thought for someone who is, you know, a little slimmer, this one would add some length and, you know, it's fun and it's young, so.
Yeah, I like that one.
You don't like this one?
I don't like that one, I'm sorry.
Chrissy doesn't like prints, but.
I would wear that, but I don't know.
Go for it.
I won't like my husband in that, I have to say. A bit too.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to bring in Adel now. She's going to be talking about the lovely pieces that we have at the end of the rail. Welcome to the show, Adel. Looking absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you, Chrissy.
So you actually, your outfits here, that you've actually designed these outfits yourself, and the one that you're wearing. So can you tell us about the one that you're wearing first of all, and then go through the ones that you have there, and why they're actually nice and good for curvier ladies?
Thank you, Chrissy. Oh, well, this one here is actually just a big flowy dress. Did I just say big? Anyway, it's not an insert, it's just to complement like the curvy people. So this is made of faux suede, which is a very light fabric that's actually brushed from cotton. Okay. So it's very roomy, like it can be used for like maternity as well. Yeah. And anybody can wear this dress. It's just a free flowing dress.
Just looks so comfy as well, and just glamorous at the same time.
You could belt it.
Yes, you could belt it. You could just leave it flowy and everything, let it go with the wind. And the curvier girls are not very comfortable, so they don't like to show much on their bodies. So that's why I added this this in trend off shoulder. Some call it cold shoulder, like this trend of dropping the shoulders like
the Bordeaux top.
Yes,
I remember Bordeaux.
Yes, I really like it. I'm tending to put it on everything.
I love it.
Everything that I'm making, like dress-wise and top-wise, has got this. It's just to bring in that femininity, that beauty that they cannot show everywhere else. So that's what inspired this dress. That just you are curvy, but just go and show everything else that you can show if you can't show other bits. And I've started accessories as well. So I actually did the cuffs that I'm wearing in like faux leather as well. And it's good for the environment and everything. So to complement it with the earrings as well that I made just to complement the dress. So it was the blue and red theme today.
Okay, it's lovely. And you tell us about the items here on the rail, some lovely bright colours there as well.
Well, I've realized over the years of creating for curvy people that they are actually comfortable in skirts, because it's very important to know your body type and to dress it. So not everybody can fit into a bodycon dress. Not everybody can suit into some other dresses that Cynthia was showing right there. So I had to be careful, or rather have to be careful when I'm creating for curvy people. So I've got these 4 pieces. These are actually like my capsule pieces. I actually tend to repeat them every year, just different in colors maybe and textures of fabrics and everything. But this is what the girls, the curvy girls, are comfortable with. That is a very trendy high waist skirt. It's been in like for years and years, but it actually has the high waist that comes right under the boobs, and then it clinches your waist, and it accentuates a woman's waist and it flows, so it hides all the other bits that are below the waist and makes you like you've got that nice waist and everything else flows. And it's actually meant to go flowy all the way to the floors. You can wear it with flip-flops to the beach or high heels and a nice top like this.
Really glamorous on the beach with
glamorous in the evening as well. So
Lovely.
it's actually something, I've done it in different fabrics like for the past 2 years now.
Okay.
This one, like I said, I'm tending to be comfortable in skirts. This one is another skirt, but what is special about this skirt is the merging of the two fabrics. This is like a modern type fabric, and this is like the African print fabric, which is something that has been very trendy of as yet. So this particular collection, when I do it, I actually call it Fabulous Rags to Fabulosity, which is, I call it a rough. So it's the pieces that I've made, like if I've made a beautiful long skirt and the pieces that are left over, I just piece them together. So that could have been a piece of a long skirt or a dress and something like that. Then I just merge them.
You don't waste anything.
Yes, and I just merge them together. So that's cut on a straight, but then there is that other kind of skirt, which is actually a circle skirt. You can see the difference. That's cut on straight fabric, but that is cut from like circle. It serves the same purpose as all the skirts. As you can see, they have high waistbands just to clinch you in and then flow and covers. And that print as well, the summer print, it can do in the afternoon, a garden party, a barbecue, and then easily goes into the evening, like for a party or something like that, with something black on top and high heels. And the summer dress, the maxi dress, this has been going on for a long time. I did not create it to be a maternity dress, but the ladies have been ordering it as a maternity dress. As you can see how roomy it is.
I love that it's short.
Yes.
And then it has the see-through. That's amazing.
Yes, it goes there. So it's chiffon fabric, which has the sheer effect that is kind of nice, and it has these sleeves that sort of come in, and this like trendy statement collar that is pleated and ties into a bow on the side. It's just something that I think the curvy girls will be comfortable in, to cover themselves. It's no more boring clothes, but I'm trying to just bring like an excitement to clothes.
I mean, just the colours. The designs are lovely, and then the colours as well. It just brings everything to life. It's amazing. I love them.
Yes, so that's everything that I've got. Like I can do other pieces, but these are the capsule pieces that I have in each and every collection. Yes, so people can expect to find that in every every season. Yes.
Brilliant. Yes. Adel, you actually have a story behind everything, which I'm going to be finding out, because it hasn't been plain sailing for you. You've been through your difficulties in starting your business and things that you came across during the process, which Adel will be telling us about after the break. Cynthia, thank you so much, and we'll see you again next time. Fabulous styling as usual. So see you after this, guys. Chrissy B, and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show, and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Welcome back to today's program. So we spoke to Adel earlier, and she gave us a fabulous talk on some of the outfits that she brought in today for us. And now, Adel, you're going to be telling us about how things started for you. And just to let the viewers know, actually, Adel was on a couple of years ago, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
So a lot's happened since then, which you're going to be telling us about. But let's start from the beginning. Growing up, what was fashion and stuff always something that you enjoyed, or something that you got into later?
I think it was forced onto me in a nice way, where my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, the father of my mother, he was actually a dressmaker himself.
Oh, okay.
And like a story I always tell, he passed the sewing machine to my mother. She actually inherited his sewing machine. And later on, Mom gave it to me as well. She passed it on to me and I used it as well. But I had been studying that at school and coming home to use the machines, obviously. But it's something that I actually grew up seeing in the family. So it was something that I could not avoid, but I loved it. I do not regret it.
Okay, so when did you start your business and why did you start it in the first place?
Curvy Swan was actually birthed in 2011. That's when it was actually established. It's registered and patented trademarked clothing line, and it's basically because of that gap in the market where the name is self-explanatory. It's Curvy Swan for the curvier ladies, the ladies on the bigger side, and where I used to go on these shops, like on the high streets and wherever online to find clothes, and I could not find clothes that suited my body. And I was not going to be conformed into you have to lose weight to find nice clothes to fit into the 0s and the 6s. I don't mind the girls that wear those sizes because they are still curvy and good in their bodies, but to cater for the curvy women, that was my passion, and that's why I thought I would create some nice clothes. Firstly, I just used to wear them myself, and then I would go out and the girls would ask, and I thought, I could do something about that. So
because people do want, because no matter your size, every woman wants to look good. And it's really frustrating to go shopping and not find something that looks nice. And it's like, oh, if you're curvy, then you're stuck with the frumpy, boring clothes. And that's not fair.
It's been so bad. It's been so bad over the years. But things are changing now because besides myself, sort of everyone else is trying to do that. So I'm happy with that. So I fit in there as well. I'm trying to make the curvier ladies look fabulous.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So tell us about how you got everything established and maybe some of the issues, the challenges that you faced with the business.
Well, it's been a smooth running since I established it. But then whereas I was just small, and you remember when I came here as well, I had a little story and things that I had done, things that I achieved, the Ascot Lady, the Guinness World Records. And
tell us about that, because obviously we have new viewers now as well. So can you tell us?
Yes, I dressed a lady one time that went to be showcased on the list that had the Queen as one of the best dressed women. That was back in 2014, and I matched with the Guinness World Records and created the largest corset in the world, which is still a record that still stands until now. And when you are in that particular space, you think you've made it, because all those things sort of brings you up and people start to notice you. And I came to the show and it was amazing, one of the most amazing things that I'd ever done, the first ever television appearance that I had done with the fashion brand. So that was amazing. And even after being with you here, my name grew bigger and everything, a lot of doors opened, so whilst you are in that space with the world of social media and everything now, people come from all corners of the world, people offer you all sorts of stuff, and the first times you get that big head, it does swell, It's something that you cannot avoid because you are new to this, and you get, oh, I'm known. Oh, I've done this. I've dressed celebrities in Hollywood. I've dressed people all over. I sell all over the world. So you've got the Instagrams, you've got the Facebooks, you've got everything, the whole social media. People see you, and there are some people that actually come as if they've got good intentions and they are preying on you. People come now, we don't really have to do marketing a lot with social media because you just put it on your thread 1 minute and then it goes a long way. But then not everybody that is watching you is good.
Yeah.
Some people are coming with their motives, and also I have actually experienced and been a victim of that. Like a lot of people coming in offering a lot of things and promising you a lot of things, and you are entering into contracts, and sometimes you don't look because they come to you smiling, and you're not looking at the paper. By the minute that you've signed, you realize you've signed yourself away, you've signed maybe some money away, and now they want you to pay stuff and things like that. So I like to say to like budding people who want to merge into this, that they see us or other people that do a business that is public and think it's glamorous. But then they don't really know what's happening at the back.
It's true. It's so true.
This thing that I'm talking about, Chrissy, has happened a lot because, as I was explaining, you think, oh, I've made it. I'm up there. What else can I do for fame and fortune? We all pass through that. But then we have to look into ourselves and the higher power to actually go back to the ground before you are broken, as in your spirit, and actually broken financially, to be honest. I'm in a great place because some of the things I did lose some. And some of the things I discerned and noticed before I was destroyed, Chrissy. And even just thinking about it makes me shudder, because now I see like the young ones or the other budding fashion designers still trying to do the same. You know, they are striving for fame and fortune instead of just doing your craft, doing your work, and that will speak for itself. So the moment that I went back there,
you kind of lost your way a little bit and got carried away with everything that was going on. And I love the fact that you're actually speaking about it, because a lot of people just sort of try to sweep it under the carpet. But I love that, the fact that you're being open, and, you know, even the way that you felt at the time, and you know, the mistakes that you made, but also how you became wiser to that and turned things around. And it's just lovely for anyone that is watching, that is maybe in that kind of environment already, and lots of people are coming to you, or the ones that want to start a business or anything in TV and fashion, because it does attract very deceitful people, I would say. I've been through it as well, even with this show, where people come and they say, oh, you know, we're going to help you, and they, like you said, they make all these promises, and they're just out for themselves, and they don't actually want to see you succeed. I'm not saying everyone, there's some lovely people, obviously, but there's some people that just, they are, I would say, envious in a way. Maybe you have something that they want, and so they come and, you know, through the back door, I would say, and try very, very nicely, you know, with the sweet words and everything like that, and they're actually poison. So you have to be very, very careful in these kind of industries.
So well, I'm honored to share it with you, because one other thing as well is I would have gone and told every bit of what was happening behind my journey, like for the past 2 years, to people. But then people really don't care on social media, Chrissy. People will laugh at you, people will jeer at you and talk, and it's rippled into rumors and things like that. And when it comes back to you, it crushes you. Instead of you maintaining your energies to bring yourself up. So I'm saying
you can't
this
get caught up in it, can you?
I'm saying this with an opportunity you've offered me to say it, because I want people who look up to me as an inspirational person, and other people around, that they can see it, but then I don't want them to envy what they don't know. I'm just trying to tell them that I've cried as well in the back. I've lost as well in the back. So I want them to stick in their lane. There's that saying now, that stick in your lane. You know, if you try and go other ways, you get disqualified. Life can disqualify you. So that's what I'm just trying to say. Like it's not all glamorous. So yes, don't envy what you don't know. Don't like or want what you don't know. Just stick with what you are doing. Like I had to go back. I knew my place is sewing. My place is designing. Everything else that comes from that. So the moment that I went back there, I've been enjoying myself,
been happier, haven't
and
you?
they've been everything else that has been coming in, I've taken it as a blessing, and I'm enjoying the blessings right now.
But this is the thing, you have to be enjoying what you're doing. When you get caught up in all those negative things, it's not fun anymore, and you've kind of missed the point.
Yes.
Instead of going to concentrate on what you were doing that you loved, you get sidetracked. But when you go back to that, and it's good that you were able to go back to
Yes.
that.
Yes,
Adel, tell us also about this amazing fashion show that you did recently.
Oh yes, the Curvy convention. I actually had seen like part of it on the inaugural show when they did it in 2015, and it was this lady called Linda Koch, an amazing, beautiful lady. She did a show on television, and she launched her baby, the Curvy convention, and I thought, oh, I really like that, because there hasn't been much of a celebration of curvy people, and when we see catwalks and runways around the world, we see the skinny models, bless them, and all of that.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I said I liked that. Then I left it after the television show, and then it was when I had dressed an American actress from Hollywood called Brelly Evans. We got into contact, and I dressed her. So she's been wearing my pieces, and she even used some of them in her movies. So she was on my Instagram, and we were hyping about it and everything. And then this brand, the Curvy, saw me, and then they followed me. And when you see a follow, like from Chrissy or from a brand that you admire, or you get so excited. So I looked them up, and I said, oh, it's them. I was so excited. And they had an upcoming show, and we made it happen, and I was one of the designers to showcase, and it was amazing.
What was it like seeing your clothes being sort of?
I was actually at the back, because you have to be at the back dressing the models, and I'm so like eager. There is like thousands of people coming in and out, jeering and happy and just looking, and I want to see the action. So at the back, it was so naughty and funny, Chris. At the back there was like an opening under, so I like hid, because I had to stand back with the models so that I could walk with them, the final walk and everything, you know. So I was peeping there looking. It was amazing. I saw it all underneath there. It was so funny. And obviously to see the pictures and to give Linda the feedback and everything. It was amazing. I've done little shows here and there, and I've done my own launches and stuff, but doing something of that magnitude, they use brands and designers from all over the world, and it was amazing. It was
so
really,
glad
really
it went
amazing.
so well for you.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's lots and lots of things to happen.
Yes, yes. There's been a lot of things happening, and I'm just grateful. I've learned from what's been going on, from what has happened, you know. But this place that I'm in, nobody can take me out of this beautiful place.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for coming back again on the show and giving us an update. And I'm sure we'll come back again.
Yes, I will, Chris. I love it here, and of course I love you. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem,
Thank you.
darling.
I
Thank
appreciate
you so much. All right, guys, so don't go away, because we do have more for you. I'll be showing you our behind-the-scenes footage of a recent trip to Brussels, and I'll also be revealing the true meaning of self-love with tips on how to demonstrate it. Welcome back to our show today. So we've had a bit of a variation of things. We have spoken about World Kiss Day and the benefits of kissing for both adults and children. So if you're a parent, actually giving your child a kiss can improve their brain power. So if you missed the beginning of that, you can go to our YouTube channel in a few days' time and watch the show there. And don't forget to subscribe when you're there as well. So I also talked to Adel. We had the styling, and Adel told us about the difficulties that she's been through with some unscrupulous characters in the supposed business world, but we're actually out to get her. So I was really glad that she actually spoke about that to raise some awareness. And now I'm going to be talking about the real meaning of self-love. But first of all, let's just take a look at this behind-the-scenes visit to Brussels. Alright guys, so it's 5:15 in the morning, woke up at 4. Didn't get much sleep last night, went to bed about 1, I think it was in the end. And we are just getting ready for our trip to Brussels. So we're going to be filming as we go along. We're just going to check that we've got all the camera equipment, and then we're off. So we've arrived at King's Cross, and as you can see, it's dead quiet. It's so lovely to travel at this time. And now we're going to go and get our train. So follow me. Oh, this is Farah, by the way. It's our camera person.
Hello.
Where's your face, Farah? There you go. Hey. Let's go. I'm really upset because just arrived here. I was looking forward to tea and a croissant and nothing's open. So we're going to look around and see if there is any cafe or anything open for us to get a cuppa and something to eat. So let's go and see. Valerie just found somewhere else and we've met Jem here. Okay.
Hello, good morning. It's still almost dark, but it's getting brighter. We're at King's Cross now and we're having a little bit of coffee, going out to Brussels in style. We'll see you on the other side.
So we're finally on the train on our way to Brussels. It's my first time, it's Jem's first time as well. And also Caroline Farah's.
Lovely.
So exciting stuff for us. I just had to let you know what Farad has with him. Supposedly these are travel size items in his opinion. So Farad, show us what you have in your rucksack.
Well, I've got my phone is charging at the moment. So
Right.
I've got that, I've got a spare cable, some adapters.
Yeah. What else have you got in your bag? Okay, you got your water, that's normal. Travels, that's really travel size, isn't it, Farad?
So I've got sandwiches.
Sandwiches, okay.
Dual.
Why? Why did you bring that? Tell us. Can you just... You're filming today, Farad.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with your tablet?
So whilst we've got on this long journey, about 2 hours, something on the train, so I'm going to play some games.
Okay.
So do you have things like a first aid kit and stuff?
Nice carry case.
First aid kit? The essentials?
First aid.
No?
But I do have, I think, all those lemon wipes. Something somewhere.
We've arrived to the house. There
should be somebody in the house. Waiting for a cab.
Let's go cab now.
Okay, we're up in the air right now. As you can see behind me is all these spots, tables, restaurants actually. And I am high up high.
We are now on the Belgian train, looking like the ones in...
I think like the ones in New York. I think it also, more so to me, looks like the metro in Paris. But we're getting the train back instead to try to make it really high. Definitely not like London, full-time London. Like it's about almost half hour.
Good, so we're just skipping the train. We were trying to... we couldn't even get the tickets right, we were trying to put them into the thing, but apparently it's paper, but you touch it like an oyster. So what not to... Yeah, someone had to show us how to use the ticket because it would have been stuck in the barriers. Yes, as you could see that we were absolutely knackered by the end of the day. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about self-love, as I said earlier. Now, these tips today are taken from a very interesting article I read on psychcentral.com, and they're written by Margarita Tartakovsky, who explains how self-care has become a bit of a buzzword. Now, she also talks about how some people think self-care is to do with pampering yourself, like a sort of indulgence or a luxury for people that have maybe lots of time on their hands. But it's actually a lot bigger than this. Now, her definition of self-care is the practicing of taking care of one's own physical and emotional needs with the goals of remaining healthy and resilient. So what the article basically boils down to is being aware of your inner state and not ignoring your needs, but taking care of them, because if you don't, you could end up sick, unhappy, and as though life is a bit too much for you. So what I've done, I've summarized the whole article into 2 basic steps. So the first one is to rethink self-care. So self-care is partly about being realistic as to what you can and can't do. And an example I found interesting in the article is one where it explains that maybe you actually need 9 hours sleep, but you tell yourself that you can actually survive on less. Maybe you have a friend that says that, I just get 6 hours and I'm fine. And you've kind of thought, well, I can't have 9. I'm lazy if I have 9 hours. It's way too much. Well, actually, that's maybe what your body requires, what your mind requires. So you have to kind of look at your individual needs. And another example, which I've spoken about on this show, is saying yes to everything. So now you know for sure that you don't actually have time to take on something else on top of everything else that you do, but because you don't want to disappoint someone, you take on one more thing. And I'll be honest with you, there's times when I've had to say no to things. I was actually invited to get involved in another really exciting project, and it was such a big opportunity, and I really, really wanted to do it. But I knew that with this show, I couldn't realistically fit it in with the amount that I was being asked to do. So I was very honest, and I said, look, if I were to take something else on right now, I would need some extra help with other things. And, you know, the project, I believe, is still going to go ahead. We just had to tweak things a bit here and there. And, you know, but I had to be honest, because I didn't want to start something new and not be able to cope, because that was a way that I was actually looking out for myself, caring for myself. Now, sometimes we look at people who've taken lots of things on, and we normally admire and, like, you know, we congratulate them. And as the article says, we really seem to value an employee, for example, that puts in loads of hours. And if we don't do the same, then we start to think, oh, I'm lazy or I'm weak in some way. But I think we really need to change our way of thinking in all of this and start taking care of ourselves and not think maybe that we're being selfish. In fact, when we're not actually exhausted and when we're not sort of taken too much on, we have a lot more to give to people. The second point that I would like to talk about is learning to pay attention to your needs. So don't ignore any signs that you're not doing well. So whether it's a physical sign or something mental. So yes, I think at times we need to you know, to try to push through certain situations, because there are times that we do feel a bit lazy and, you know, we can't be bothered to do things. In those cases, yes, we need to push ourselves. But, you know, when it comes to feeling overwhelmed or feeling that something is too much, then that's when you have to really take hold of yourself and say, hang on a minute, I need to sort this out. Now, Michelson suggests even setting a timer to go off every hour to check maybe how you're feeling physically and emotionally. So I think that was quite a good idea. So maybe if you're used to working lots of hours and doing loads of things, and you kind of get carried away and you end up working for hours on end, set a timer, set an alarm, and stop and ask yourself, are you hungry or are you stressed? So if you say yes to those questions, so stop and do something about it. Take a break, eat something, maybe talk to someone to de-stress, whatever it takes, but just don't neglect yourself. And finally, something else that the article says, it summarizes and says self-care means paying attention to yourself, understanding how you work, and taking action that serves your personal needs. It means not living only to please others or fit into assumptions about what you're supposed to think, feel, and do. So as I thought, you know, I thought that was a brilliant article and something that can definitely if you put that into practice, definitely prevent you from developing mental health issues. Well, we have reached the end of today's program, everybody, but if you have a story that you would like to share, please do get in touch with us via the website, chrissybshow.tv. You can also tweet us at Chrissy B Show or leave a message on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show. Until next time, bye-bye for now.
Oh, as usual, it's a pleasure to come here to see you, Chrissy, and the lads. It was amazing, again, fabulous, and I would love to come here again soon. As always, we get greeted and looked after and spoiled, and I love it here. I love it. Thank you, Chrissy.
After a little while, I'm going to start again. After a little while.
rag and bone, so easily.
Okay. Come here, my lovely. It's okay. Sorry, you can go to a shot of the...
Sorry.
So cute. Yeah, we've got an outtake. Thank you.